Hi guys, this is gsrom.com and I'm here with a brand new Huawei Pura 90 Pro Max. Yes, everybody is doing the Pro Max now, just like the iPhone and just like the Xiaomi. We're dealing here with a bit of a camera phone, and Huawei has adopted two trends for this phone. They've adopted a 200 megapixel camera for telephoto, just like Xiaomi, Oppo, Honor and the works, and also a larger battery, 6000 mAh. Now the Pura 90 is actually a series that includes the basic model, the Pro model and the Pro Max, which is the biggest of them all at 6.9 inches in diagonal. It's got a flat frame here which is made of aluminum. It's got a glass back side, and its beautiful color is actually a throwback to the Huawei P20 and Huawei P30 series with its degradé look. So the color swaps a bit, goes from intense green to a lighter green close to white. To me it's like a matcha. When you're getting a matcha latte, the green is at the top and the foamy milk is at the bottom. That's the vibe I'm getting. There's also a very cool orange hue for the phone, and I have here two more. So there's this one which is white with the trademark triangular camera design. Although I say trademark, actually one of the Pura 90s doesn't get that design. It's a different one. This one does, and this one is black. There's also an orange one which is very beautiful looking, and some things worth mentioning here. The thickness is 8.1 millimeters. It weighs 230 grams, and it's got glass front and glass back. IP68 and IP69 certified for sure. Dust and watertight, resilient to high pressure water jets. And as far as the screen is concerned, the panel we're getting here is actually a LTPO OLED, and this LTPO OLED let's see here, 1 billion colors shown, 120 Hz refresh rate, and a few other things like 2880 over 1308 pixels. That's the resolution. It's got Kunlun glass protection, not sure which the generation, and also anti-reflective coating. So even though I have some lights above me, I don't see any huge amount of reflection on it, as you can see for yourself. Not very reflective. The CPU is actually kind of interesting because we don't have a Kirin 9030 Pro like I think we have on the Pura X Foldable X Max. This one here actually adopts a Kirin 9030S. Here it is. In Europe we don't get to see the processor, but here it's actually mentioned. We're in China now. The price is 800 euros or something like that. And yeah, as I said before, Kirin 9030S. It's Harmony OS, not Android, being in China. 16 gigs of RAM, and also something like 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage. That's the version that's available. So 256 starting version, 512 and 1 terabyte if you want the full package. The battery is a 6000 mAh unit, which charges at 100 watts via wire and an impressive 80 watts via wireless. And there's also reverse wireless charging. Now, as far as the camera is concerned, we have a singular selfie camera here. One of the Pura 90 models has a dual camera setup, not this one. So 30 megapixels, ultra wide, and the good news is that it gets autofocus. And at the back side, things are more complicated because Pura means camera phone, has meant that for a few years. The main camera is a 50 megapixel one with variable aperture between f1.4 and f4.0, optical image stabilization, and then we have a 200 megapixel telephoto camera with PDAF, OIS and 4x optical zoom. It's this one here. We don't have a special retractable or slidable sensor like we did on the past Puras. Apparently there will be an ultra with that feature. Finally, we have an ultra wide camera here, 40 megapixel. Autofocus for macro and a laser focus mechanism, and a color spectrum sensor as well. This is the LED flash, and if you want to see the camera interface, nothing you haven't seen before, no many changes, although digging through the settings here in Chinese, I found a special 3D capture feature. I'm guessing that you also have macro capture, as you can see for yourself here. I haven't set it up to English, so I have to speculate on what we're getting here. I see that the thresholds are 4x for optical zoom, 10x with the aid of AI, which should be equivalent at 240 millimeters to a sort of optical zoom. And then we have other features here related to, I don't know, could be everything here, could be filters, but from what I remember, you should also be able to add some styling through the XMage feature. When Huawei didn't use Leica anymore, they used actually XMage for a bunch of trademark looks for the photographs, so you can actually play with the color space that I saw before, which is quite interesting. Now, as I said before, this is Harmony OS 6.1 instead of Android like we get in Europe. It's supposed to be a camera phone, but also a large battery phone with improved zoom. Got stereo speakers, Wi-Fi 7, 5G, or at least in this version here, satellite connectivity, and a good all-rounder with a larger battery. It feels pretty beefy at 6.9 inches in diagonal, and I'm actually I actually want to see if I can actually get to set the camera to English and properly enjoy it. I see we have special night capture features, and I think that if I dig enough here, I'll be able to learn more about it. So the special color version is this one. We also get here something like better resilience for the scratch protection. Okay, 16 gigs of RAM, I think. No, 12 gigs of RAM, it's shown here. I think that it shows an animation to show how fluid the interface is and how snappy the apps are when opening up. AI is also part of the package. So you can use AI for photo editing, but you can also use a sort of cilia and lens feature. There are more AI features in China than in Europe for sure via cilia. Now, one thing to remember here is that if you want to do productivity, you can start this application, you can take notes, and when you're writing them, you can go ahead and press this button for having your text rewritten, reformulated, polished, shortened, and what have you. And I'm sure that if I were to take a photo right now, this is probably a night photo if I were to speculate, and if I were to go here, it actually has the mAh logo, and I can do some editing, and I'm pretty sure this will be an AI feature. mAh now is also applied to editing from what I can see. We also have an aperture feature. Okay, so I'm just stumbling around and I see AI features for editing, which I'm not sure are going to make it to Europe or not. We can change the exposure, but actually, let me try something. So, I am guessing right now that this is the video, and usually below the video sits a regular photo taking feature. So, if I were to do this, bear with me. I did the capture here, and I'm pressing the editing. It's got HDR Vivid, by the way, and these are the editing features. This is the AI feature. This checks out. Okay. There should be some options to play with the AI here. So I should be able to circle people and remove them, remove whole objects, for example, like this coat rack. I'm curious if it actually senses how to generate stuff behind it. Oh, pretty competent, I would say. Although this is more like AI slope imagination of what's happening here. You have to zoom in to properly sense that this is happening. Not very sure that in Europe, if we get this phone, we're also getting the AI, so it's all speculation right now. But two things happened that Huawei has responded to the people who asked it. People wanted bigger batteries and larger resolution periscope telephoto cameras, and that's what we got. But I'm curious what will happen when the Ultra comes, probably 10x optical zoom like Oppo is doing with the Ultra. That's it from us, from China. Goodbye. Do you like this color? Tell me in the comments.